Hi, my name is Phelan Longmore, and this is Stained Glass Urza's Tower. 3 out of 3 on Urza land, Tron lands, modern stained glass altar lands. Sweet! Okay, so in this video we have Urza's Tower. This is the 3rd Tron land out of 3. Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, Urza's Tower. And we decided to do the tower last because that's just what we decided to do. So we put on the base layer of paint, the sharpened paint pen, and we have warm colors here. The previous was green. This one is orange and yellow. And you want to really emphasize the orange colors. So you want to go kind of to the extremes of the orange and yellow. The most extreme version of yellow would basically be a white with a tint of yellow, and the most extreme version of orange would basically be red. So if you do that, you get a wider range of colors, and it looks cooler when it's done. And you're going for the stained glass effect, you're going for color effects, there's not so much a lot of color blending because the colors are isolated in the stained glass. I like doing color blending on border extensions, just extending the art that's already there, but as far as this goes, you're not blending, you're just putting on little dots. I guess if the card was far away enough, however, it would look blended in, but that's just a perception thing. But when the paint is done drying, when the paint is done drying, you're going to want to start drawing in all the little lines, and the first thing I do is I put in I draw around the border, and then I draw around the original art, and then all that's left is drawing in all the little lines. And if you wanted to, you could do this a few ways. You could add some clouds into the background on the Urza's Tower. You could emphasize the sun in stained glass or leave it. I decided to leave it because it's very small, and it's small enough that I want to keep as much of the original art recognizable, so we just left it there. And you could also, the foreground, there's like these 2 sentient beings of some kind standing, and there's like a dark foreground, and you could emphasize that, but because it's dark, obviously if you're drawing in dark lines over dark surface, you're not going to see the stained glass effect. So we left the shadow there, but we did the border with the stained glass effect, because that's what we're emphasizing is the stained glass. But if you wanted to, have a stained glass effect but do a little bit less work, you could emphasize the black on the bottom third of the card, and then you wouldn't have to do the border around the bottom part. But the goal here is to do as much stained glass as possible while still having them tournament legal, to keep as much of the original art recognizable and not change the text box, the name or mana cost, and obviously the last rule being that the paint's not too thick. And you can actually cover the text box in the bottom, but I don't like doing that because I like altering the card, but I want them to be as close to the original as possible, and plus the text is just something that, if somebody needs to read the card, or it's just, the text is there for a reason. For some reason, I just don't like messing with that part, so I don't usually change that, but this is the end result on Urza's Tower. And if you're going for stained glass altars, or you're going for altars of any sort, of any kind, or you're going for Tron altars and you just want an interesting or a neat idea, this is how this came out. And just know that you always have something to offer, because we're all individuals and no 2 people see things the same way, which means you do have a perspective that is unique. Maybe it sounds a little cliche, but it is true. So that is it. You can do with that what you will, and do with the video what you will. And hopefully we will see you at the next one. Sweet!